Most people looking for a laptop in this category usually end up with something that feels like a glorified tablet, but this machine actually has some real muscle under the hood. It is running an i7-13620H, which is a bit of a departure from the usual low-power chips you see in thin laptops. That H-series processor means it is not just about checking emails. It can actually handle some heavy lifting when the workload gets messy. You can have a dozen browser tabs open, a spreadsheet running in the background, and a video call going, and it just doesn't seem to break a sweat. It is that kind of reliable performance that makes a difference when you are trying to get through a long afternoon. The screen is another point worth mentioning. It is a 15.3-inch panel with a 16:10 aspect ratio, and that extra bit of vertical space is honestly a game changer for reading documents. You aren't constantly scrolling as much, which sounds like a small thing until you are staring at it for 4 hours straight. It is bright enough for most indoor settings, though if you are sitting right next to a bright window, you might find yourself wishing for a bit more punch. The build itself is surprisingly light for a 15-inch device. At about 3.5 pounds, it slides into a backpack without feeling like you are carrying a brick, which is great for anyone who actually moves around during the day. Now, it is not all perfect. The webcam is a standard 720p unit, and while it gets the job done for meetings, it is definitely not going to win any awards for clarity in low light. You will want to make sure you have a decent lamp nearby if you want to look sharp on camera. Also, while the port selection is solid, you get your USB-C, a couple of USB-A ports, and even an SD card reader. The HDMI is an older 1.4 standard. It works fine for a basic monitor, but it is a reminder that this is built for efficiency rather than high-end creative workstation tasks. The keyboard feels snappy, and the inclusion of a numeric keypad is a nice touch for anyone who spends their life in data entry. It is one of those machines that just feels like a tool meant to be used. It doesn't try to be a flashy gaming rig or a premium status symbol. It just sits on the desk and does exactly what it is told. If you need something that balances portability with enough processing power to keep things moving fast, this is a really strong contender. It is not trying to reinvent the wheel, but it is definitely a solid, dependable choice for anyone who needs to get work done without the usual tech headaches.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.